All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the Metroid run with ANOVA80, all bosses on the NES. ANOVA, how's it going today?
It's going well. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, thank you. We've been having a tremendously successful event so far, both for NoReset and for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. And I just want to thank everyone who's been watching here at DreamHack, at home, all the runners who submitted, all the runners who got a run in, and everyone who's just involved. You know, even if you donated $1 or you just shared it on your social media, anything, seriously, thank you, everyone. We couldn't have done it without you. So, that being said, it's all yours. Take it away.
Great. Thanks so much. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a run of Metroid today, all bosses, which just means that we're going to be killing both sub-bosses and then the Mother Brain afterwards. We're going to do that as quickly as possible. I just want to say before we get going, all donations today, as they come through during stream, I will match up to $100. I believe on my couch here, I'd like to let them introduce themselves. I have a couple of lovely people here.
Yeah, I am Takate, a fellow Metroid runner of ANOVA's, and he invited me on his stream to come out here and commentate, so very exciting to be able to do this for him.
And I'm Leia87, and just an old friend of ANOVA's, and actually pretty new to this, so I'm a little nervous.
Awesome, thanks guys. All right, we're gonna get this underway. Time is gonna begin on my mark on the next screen, so I'm gonna do a 1, 2, 3, go, and then we'll start on go, okay?
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3, and go.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty, so the first thing you're going to see him do is head over to the left here and grab a morph ball. That is going to be one of the main mechanisms of this game. If he presses the down button, as you'll see right here, he turns into a ball here, and it's a morph ball, and that'll help him pass through many different parts of the game, as well as do some other cool things like mid-air jumps and things that we'll explain a little bit later. One of the really key parts of Metroid is enemy manipulation, and you're going to see this here in this first room. These screes are going to fly down from the ceiling, and he's going to shoot and kill them, and any power-ups that may have dropped, which none did, he would have to grab, and that's going to despawn an enemy here because that enemy shares the same slot as the previous enemies. So he's going to do another manipulation here so that he gets a very smooth climb. These little croissant-looking things that go left and right, he's going to want them to be going to the left so that they are out of his way for the next croissant-looking thing. So this one looks like it was going a little bit to the right, so he may have to wait on this next enemy here. Yeah, you'll see him have to wait.
Nothing's worse than a flying croissant.
Exactly, and then we've got these Lisa Simpson-looking things here, and all sorts of fun different names for these enemies that we have going on. So he is making his way over toward Ridley, but first, he's going to take a little detour to grab some missiles because we need to grab some missiles to get the ice beam, and then he's going to go and fight Ridley. So just making his way over. This is the room with the missiles, and that'll give him 5 missiles to be able to use.
And you need the missiles to get through the doors, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So the blue doors, you'll see him shoot open with his regular beam, but the red doors actually take 5 missiles, and later on you'll see a gold door that he's also going to have to pass through. Those will take 10 missiles to get through. So very nice run so far, and you see there are some missile drops as well. Those missile drops will give him 2 missiles, but right now he only has a capacity of 5 missiles. That missile pack only gives him a max capacity of 5. He will get more missiles later on, and I'll talk about that when that time comes. But right now, he's going to make this climb. He's taking an intentional damage boost there. That's a little bit faster than waiting on the croissant to get out of the way. So he's getting damage from a croissant.
And you get to enjoy the soothing sounds of the Metroid low health beat.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Absolutely. This is a good spot for donations.
Awesome. So we have a $20 donation by Kingfisher Games who says, Bob Ross for the win, keep being awesome, and congrats on the world record. So how did this game come to be again? I kind of hopped in at the 30-minute mark. Well, basically it's a Kaiser ROM hack based on Bob Ross and the works that he's done. So Logic could have explained it probably better than I do, but I mean, hit him up in chat. And then we have $5 from Dr. Cossack who says, !sad. That breaks my heart.
Shout outs to Dr. Cossack, one of the regular viewers in ANOVA's stream. So ANOVA is now heading to get this energy tank, and this energy tank will fill up his energy and give him 100 extra energy. So now you see up in the top left of the screen, there's a blue box that is colored in. That lets him know he has 1 E-tank with 100 energy plus 99 extra energy from without the E-tank. So this is where we are at our first screen wrap. He is going to let the door close on him, and he's going to repeatedly press down to turn into a morph ball, and then immediately press up to unmorph. And every time that happens, Samus moves about a half tile up, and so he successfully morphed through the wall to go to the screen below him. That's one of the glitches in this speed run, so very nicely done. There is a danger of soft locking. If he does morph and not unmorph quickly enough, he will soft lock in the wall in some circumstances. So here, he's grabbing the ice beam, and this ice beam is going to come in importance a lot later on when he ends up facing the namesake of this game, the Metroids.
Awesome. Do we have time for more donations?
Well, let's get through this next wrap as well. This is a very important screen wrap that we have coming up here. This is the ice wrap, and a very high chance of, I wouldn't say a high chance, but if you make a mistake, there's a high chance of soft locking. So far, he's executed this perfectly. There's also some enemy manipulation going on during this wrap as well. He wanted those flying croissants flying off the screen to the right. I think he did have one going left here, which means these little buzzy things on the ground in the next room coming up might get in his way, but with all the health that he has, it won't be a problem. So this is now a good time for donations.
Well, we have a $25 donation by Pronzo, who says, "Hey ANOVA, best of luck today. Takata love." And then we have well, I donated $35 because, as promised, there was 31 deaths, so let's make it even 40 bucks. And I donated 40. Why did I put 35 and I said 40? I'll donate an extra 5. I'll make up for that. And we got an anonymous $500 donation, who I think I know it came from, but $500 donation. And they say, dollar for dollar match. Let's bring the donation record to DreamHack Atlanta 2019. And with this donation, we made it. It's already a record because we beat Dallas, which was our best last June. But this brings us past the 4,000 mark, which was our initial goal. So thank you, everyone. We've already reached a goal that we set for ourselves. And that was actually planned for the 3rd day of the marathon. And we're not even done with the 2nd day. So let's make it to 5,000, everyone. Thank you so much.
Great job, everyone. So ANOVA is now in Norfair, and we saw him do another screen wrap. This was a straight up and down screen wrap. The one previous to that, he actually had to do some off-screen movement. So Samus was actually in the room below, and he was running to the right and then jumping to the left and shooting a door off screen. This one was just straight up and down, a lot easier. So now he's going to fall down here, enter the next room, and he will enter Ridley's Lair. That is the first mini-boss of the game. And these elevators will come in importance a little bit later. He is running the all bosses category, which allows for deaths. And he's going to be doing something called a death warp later on. And for every death that ANOVA takes in this run, I'm pledging $5. So he's guaranteed at least 4 deaths in this speedrun because of the mechanism of the up plus A. So after he kills Ridley, he will death warp back to the beginning of that elevator and then to the elevator before that and so forth. So if he also takes any unintentional deaths, that's just an extra $5 as well.
And he uses the elevators because it's quicker, right? So might want to point that out.
Absolutely. So he's making his way down here to the ballroom, and he also did some manipulation on a previous screen to get these balls to be in a good pattern. We don't want them, you know, flying in Samus's face or anything like that. We want to make sure the balls cooperate.
That's what she said.
So he's going to wait down here and make his way through. A nice little freeze there, and we got 2 balls here that he's going to freeze, and on his way towards the end of the ballroom, and then there's only 2 more rooms left before we face Ridley. Ridley, my goodness, that might be actually the toughest boss in the game. You guys are just going to have to pay attention to this fight.
It's very, very technical.
Very technical. One of the cool things that I should explain, the mashing actually comes into play in Metroid a little bit. So he's doing an unmorphed jump right here. So he actually morphed into a ball, unmorphed, and then jumped in midair. We're actually not sure, the community's not really sure if that was an intended mechanism, but in any type of glitchless run, we don't count that as a glitch. We just assume it was an intended metric, and there's an extra $5. He took his first death. Unfortunately, took a trip into the lava here, and now he's gonna go back to the beginning of this room here of Ridley's lair with only 30 energy. So not exactly the best spot to take a death, but hopefully he'll be able to grab a couple of energy drops here if any enemies are able to cooperate. But this room is pretty tough without missiles. He's gonna have to dodge these guys and or freeze them, these purple swoopers. So he's got to be careful there. Nice freeze, and he will be able to farm for some health in this room. So he's going to come over here, and he's got some missiles now, so that helps. And if you see the little purplish, bluish circle, that'll get him some health. So now he's able to take one hit from these purple balls here, but still in a precarious situation because at this stage, any damage will cost him 24 energy, but now he's up to 55, so he's able to take 2 damage at this point. So this part is a little bit scary, just because the pattern is going to be different than it was before. So once he gets through this room, there will be about 1 extra room. Yeah, right now would be a good time for donations for about 1 room.
All right, so we got a $20 donation by Daltrey77 who says, "Love ya, ANOVA. Grab some of that delicious Atlanta pie while you're there." Another $20 donation by CHX42. "I donated an extra $5 to total the 40 that I promised earlier." And $2.12 by EBM who says, "3 cheers for fake Kraid. OP."
So he's gonna blast that guy, and he got some health, so he is able to take a hit from Ridley. And I was gonna say earlier that he was gonna probably get a good Ridley pattern, but because he took that death, Ridley is probably gonna throw a bad pattern here. So he's gotta be careful. And yeah, Ridley is throwing these short little fireballs here. So he's gonna freeze them, get on top of the fireballs, and now he's holding the B button and mashing select. Every time he presses another button while holding B, a shot will fire. So if you just hold B, shots will fire a lot slower, but if you hold B and mash the select button, that's how you kill Ridley really quickly. That's how he's getting all of these shots off. So there is mashing in this, and it's really cool because you're mashing the select button, which is not usually done on NES speedruns. All right.
Nice.
So this is where his second death is going to come. He has a second controller plugged in. He's actually holding up an A on the second controller and pressing start on the first controller. And that's going to kill Samus and take Samus back to the beginning of Ridley's lair. And now, as he gets up to the elevator towards Upper Norfair, he's going to do another up A. So that kills Samus again. So that's the 3rd death so far. And he's going to do 1 more up plus A. So this would be, if there are any more donations, a good chance here. All right, so now he is back at the start of Brinstar, and he is now going to make his way towards the second mini-boss, Kraid, but he will take a little bit of a detour first. We saw he's got, because he killed himself, he intentionally with the up plus A's, he now is back down to 30 energy, so he is going to go collect a ceiling E-tank in this room. There's an E-tank up in the ceiling, and that'll give him a second set of full energy. So he'll now have 299 energy. He's got to freeze this guy, get up in there before it closes. Nicely done by ANOVA there. And now you'll see he has 2 blue squares up in the top left corner with 99 extra energy as well. So he has 299 energy before he goes and faces the big bad Kraid.
The big bad Kraid.
And we got even more donations, so let me know when's a good time.
This is perfect for donation here.
Awesome. So we have a $31 donation by DB who says, "There you go, $1 per death, going towards Sexy Cup Jill because I'm not that much into disco." And then there's a $5 donation by D. Eddie who says, "You got this."
Thanks, D. Eddie.
Very nice.
A lot of Metroid runners jumping in here with the donations. So shout out to the Metroid, or as we say, the NES Metroid, Nestroid community. Thank you guys so much for supporting ANOVA during his run here. So he's fallen down here, and this is Kraid's lair. I love the music in this part. It's just NES Metroid just has really cool music throughout, but this is probably one of my favorites.
Kraid is the best, no matter, even in Zero Mission, Kraid's music is the best.
Definitely. So a lot of freezes there, and Now he will drop down here and has one more very long drop before he makes his way into the next room before Kraid. Sorry, one more room before the room before Kraid, so a couple more rooms to Kraid. Nice little damage boost there. You'll find in Metroid a lot, there are certain spots you do want to intentionally take damage just to go a little bit faster. So he's got plenty of health, plenty of energy. There is an energy tank that he could grab here in Kraid's room, but he doesn't need to grab it, and he just needs to blast Kraid in the face. Freeze the first spike, change to the missiles, and just run up in Kraid's face and just blast missiles. So we are now through 2 of the 3 bosses in this game, and another intentional death here to make his way up towards Brinstar again, so that he'll be able to go up towards Torian and fight Mother Brain.
Off to the Mother Brain.
By the way, while the game's loading, I just want to point out that we've added another milestone, another incentive. At $5,000, we will add a bonus mystery run, which will happen at the end of the day where the milestone is met. So it could be today, it could be tomorrow at the end of the day. But also, if we meet that milestone, then that's going to be our best donation total for DreamHack North America, not just the US. It's going to beat our best total in Canada as well. So keep them coming.
So he is going to, we've seen him do a lot of climbs in this speed run, so he's going to freeze that enemy there. And this is the big, long blue column. This is a just long climb. And when you're actually speed running this for, you know, personal bests and stuff, it's very easy to take a fall and cost yourself a few seconds. So fortunately for ANOVA, he's not going for a personal best, but he still wants to put up a great time. So this climb is definitely just a part of the speed run that's really tedious, but very important to not take a fall here. And I should mention, he is doing the Ridley first route in all bosses. It's such a great route to start speedrunning Metroid if you guys want to start joining the Metroid community. Ridley first, so classically fun to run. You don't have all of the technical difficulties of the Kraid first run, and you get to get the ice beam here and freeze all these enemies, so it's just a really great speed run. The mechanics in this game, the feeling of this game, just a lot of fun to run. So if you want to jump into NES Metroid, definitely start with the Ridley first route that ANOVA is presenting here. So he is coming up to these statues. These statues he's going to shoot out of the way and morph once into a ball once more. When this bridge loads, you do have to shoot both those statues to load that bridge. In the any % run, there is a bridge skip that you get to do, which is kind of a cool trick, but that means you only kill one of the mini-bosses, but in the all-bosses category, you kill both mini-bosses. So these are the namesakes of the game right here, the Metroids.
Yes.
And we don't want to hug Metroids, do we?
No.
I thought Metroid was the guy in the armor.
No, that's Samus.
Yeah, so these...
Not Zelda?
That's right. So we've got these flying SpaghettiOs or donuts. Those are the Rinkas. Those guys are really annoying, but he's gonna need at least 73 missiles for Mother Brain. Ideally, you'd like a lot more than that just for some safety. So he's gonna farm some health and some missiles in this area. But right now, 106 missiles, that is a nice number to have. It's very, very safe as far as if you were to fight Mother Brain. He definitely needs to use 5 more missiles. There's one more red door he'll have to shoot open. But he's looking pretty good as far as missiles go. It just comes into play how much health he'll have.
Yeah, those little SpaghettiOs are pretty tough, aren't they?
Yeah, so hopefully you don't take a bop here. In the any % run, these SpaghettiOs really get annoying because you don't have a lot of health if you're doing the any % run for world record times. But
well, and
and he's got a Metroid hug, so he's gonna have to go back to the beginning of Torian. If they latch on you, the only way to get them off of you, if you don't have bombs, which is you know, something you can get in this run if you want to get bombs, the only way to get them off is you either go through a door or to intentionally kill yourself, or just let them kill you. It's faster to intentionally kill yourself, of course, with the up and A mechanism. So another death there, but it shouldn't be a problem. He'll just come back through and farm some more Metroids.
Just let me know when we have time for a couple of donations.
So this would be another good spot if we have more donations. He's just gonna farm some missiles and some help.
Awesome. Well, we have CA777 who did a $100 donation. Then we have Electronic Logic who donated $31, and he says, "Shoutouts to Resident Evil 1, Jill, the only Resident Evil game I've ever played." And then we have Weaker Youth who donated $5 and says, ANOVA, don't forget Dan's wallet. and then we have Thumbstick Overdrive who donated $5 and they say, keep it up, ANOVA, you're too powerful, son.
We will talk about Dan's wallet here in just a second, but I am wearing Dan's wallet shirt, and that is going to come into play at the end of the Mother Brain fight. But good freezes on those Metroids there, and he's made it through this door. This is the final room before Mother Brain. He's doing really well on missiles, but he does need some help for Mother Brain's room. Every damage that he would take from a Rinka or from the turrets in Mother Brain's room would do 30 damage. So with only 90 health right now, he would only be allowed to take 2 damage because the third one would kill him. So really farming that health, and now he is up to 210 health, so he can take up the 7 hits. He's actually going to farm even a little bit more health. He's good on missiles. And now we're going to go fight Mother Brain. So he has to make his way through this hallway first. There are these little things that he's shooting out of the way. These are called Zeptites. They take 8 missiles each. And if you don't shoot the 8 missiles quick enough, they actually regenerate back to 7 HP as a max. So they start with 8 HP, but they can regenerate back up to 7 HP if you don't shoot them quick enough. So he's taking the frisky route. He is going top route here, which is a little more dangerous because you got these turrets that are shooting. The bottom route can be a little bit safer because you can freeze the Rinkas, but this is the aggressive speedrun strats. And of course, we're speedrun here. We're gonna go as quick as possible. So he's already made his way to Mother Brain. Mother Brain herself takes 32 hits plus 1 to open the glass, so 33 total. And he's frozen the Rinkas nicely with his ice beam, switched over to missiles. It's just blasting Mother Brain in the forehead. And we need to be careful because there's a lava pit right in front of him. And if he kills Mother Brain and falls in that lava pit, he will be essentially soft locked. You will not be able to get out of that lava pit. And that is what we call Dan's wallet. One of our fellow Metroid speedrunners, Follow the Dan, he has fallen in that pit a few times. and we said he was looking for his wallet. So that's what this shirt is for. ANOVA has his Dan's wallet shirt, and we're not quite at time. Time is going to be when he gets to the elevator at the top of this climb. This climb, very scary, especially if you're on PB pace. Very easy to fall down or bonk your head. So a very treacherous, scary climb. It's not too difficult, except when your nerves are going.
All right, looking good.
Just a couple more jumps to go here, and time coming up now.
Oh, this is the best part, right?
Yeah.
You have full-filed your mission.
Yeah, you full-filed your mission.
Yes.
And so congratulations, Samus. You have full-filed your mission. ANOVA coming in at 21:05.
Very
so,
nice.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Metroid is a girl?
Samus is a female?
Of course it was a girl.
And she's in a bikini under that suit? Man. She's brave wearing a bikini in that
No
suit.
kidding.
But if
Metroids.
Metroid is bikini, why can't Metroid crawl?
So let's give it up for ANOVA. What a great run. Demonstrated in this game.
So we also have an incentive in this category, and if there's time, I believe we're going to try to go kill Fake Kraid. Is that okay? Is that allowable?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we met the incentive, so let's do it.
Fantastic.
Right
All right.
on, okay.
We're going to do a hard reset here because that is ingrained in every Metroid runner's repertoire.
Yeah, so a hard reset will reset the patterns on this game, and every time you power off and power on, you'll get the same known patterns for like the mini bosses and such. So he was supposed to have a really easy Ridley pattern in his run, but since he took that death, it randomizes the pattern upon death, and didn't end up getting a good Ridley pattern, but it's all good. Now he knows what he's going to get on this Fake Kraid run.
So what's the difference between Fake Kraid? Do you
Well,
want to explain it?
So if you're playing the game, of course, and you know, think about when you're a kid and you're trying to go through here and you see this big scary Kraid guy, and you know you need to beat Kraid. If you end up going to a different part of the world and you know, searching around, you find this Kraid guy and you kill him, you think you're in great shape, but then you don't get any missiles for killing him. That's because That's the fake Kraid. They planted a misleading enemy in there, misleading boss. But you guys are gonna have to really pay attention to this Kraid fight, this fake Kraid fight. It's so incredibly difficult.
Agreed.
They really made fake Kraid in this super hard. Punishment for not going to the real Kraid.
I know. And just think about it. You're a kid trying to win.
So this wrap is really cool. He actually had to do a little left tap off screen so that he can get to this door and wrong warp to the other side. No. And he got the hopper that went through there. He didn't quite get the freeze on it. So he will try to do this again.
I mean, just use Justin Bailey.
That's right. Justin Bailey, of course, being one of the codes to get lots of fun power-ups and such. But you can enter passwords in Metroid and have different things happen. So Justin Bailey is one of the well-known power-up codes. So again, he's doing these door jumps. He's going to tap left here, then do a big full jump and continue wrapping so that he's in a good position for entering this door to wrong warp to the other side. And
we're going to hope the guy's not there.
He got him. All right, so he's through there. That's what we call that's Dennis Hopper. He's mean.
Almost as mean as fake Kraid.
That's right.
No, bad patterns.
So he's getting really unlucky patterns here. And again, these deaths are going to randomize the patterns. So should be better patterns on this run. I feel like whenever you take these deaths, the patterns alternate between good and bad patterns. So I don't think that's necessarily the case, but that's just kind of how how I feel like it happens in this run.
I'm going a little slow here because those crawlers are moving in a different way. But that was unfortunate patterns.
You need to channel your Bob Ross, right?
Yeah, these
There
patterns.
are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Just happy accidents. Everybody needs a friend. That's why Kraid has a fake Kraid.
Exactly. If only he had a tree that was his friend. Oh, nice. Very
Well
good.
done.
Fast forward to Super Metroid and Spore Spawn kind of counts.
So we have a good hopper pattern here as well. It stayed up towards the ceiling this time.
Nice.
So that's just part of the RNG in Metroid. He's going to do these lava jumps, and that'll give him iframes so that none of these enemies really hit him.
Got too high. It's okay, we got 1 health. That's
Right.
plenty.
Yeah, 1 is totally fine. All right, so we have missiles now.
So now he needs to get more missiles, so he's got to farm these guys here and hope for a missile drop. That health drop will come in handy. And now comes the RNG part of this speedrun. Just got to farm for missiles.
Come on.
Will this game be kind? There we go. So now he can head over and complete
Nice.
the fake Kraid run here.
Very nice.
You're going to see one more final screen wrap here. So he's going to do a big full jump over an off-screen pillar, do a almost big full jump
Nice.
to go through this door, and you watch this fight, guys. It's really hard.
Fingers crossed.
There it is.
Oh,
time.
man.
All right.
That was really stressful.
So that's time on the fake Kraid run. One more time, give it up for ANOVA.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. And no, thanks for everybody. Just a quick shout out, to all the friends, all the community, the Metroid community is wonderful, but also all friends near and far. I really appreciate you guys' support, all the wonderful donations. This has been an amazing experience.
Yeah, so I think we had, I lost track of the number of
We
deaths,
had
but
more. Well,
your
you told me there was an
$100.
incentive for deaths, so I had to come through for the
That's right.
charities, right?
We got the Metroid hug. We
for a
got
good cause.
we
Yes.
got 1 other death. So and then 6 up and A's or 5
Indeed,
up and
indeed.
A's.
No, thanks
7.
again, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna get out of here because we took too long.
There we go.
No worries, it was all good. Thank you very much for coming and being with us on ANOVA. We truly appreciate it. Thank you to your wonderful couch who provided excellent commentary. That was a real blast. Now, without further ado, let us just do a little bit of setup here, and we will be moving on to the Super Metroid randomizer race between Zost and Rosu, with Kip on commentary, showcasing his new algorithm for the randomizer. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.